following interview was conducted at Robotics Invest 2024 in Boston.
So, welcome, Nathan. Thanks for joining us. This is Nathan Pascarella. I'm director at Hypertherm Ventures. We met a number of years ago. We were sort of both looking at some similar deals, and your firm has been. It's really interesting what you've been working on. First, what brought you to Robotics Invest?
Yeah, so this is actually our second year here. We were invited through Fabricating and Cybernetix Ventures, but we had been in touch with Mass Robotics, and we invest in all advanced manufacturing, robotics being one of those. This is one of those events that investors and startups come together, and I think we needed it here in the Boston area. I mean, maybe there's things outside of here, but to have it so close to this base, close to Mass Robotics, the Boston ecosystem, and of course it's not far for us being up in New Hampshire. I think that's really a great thing, and so this is year 2, and just really glad to be partaking of this event for the second year in a row.
For the audience, could you elaborate on the focus that you have for Hypertherm Ventures? What kind of companies in the portfolio, what it looks like?
Yeah, so we're doing early stage. We're doing it for strategic reasons, to expose the company to strategic things that would be disrupting our technology for innovation. We go early on so we get the most learning at that phase. Not too early, but we want to get plugged into things around Industry 4.0. So we have 3 areas, the AI space or digital manufacturing, then we have robotics and automation, and then we also have what we call the future of fabrication. Most of our business is in the fabrication space, but again, you have things like additive manufacturing that are changing that. And so what does that look like? What does it mean to do metal additive? What does it change for our customers? What does it change for the whole industry? So, or should we get into doing that ourselves? So those are the kind of things that we invest in. We do about 1 or 2 deals a year. We don't do a huge number of deals, but we do what really helps bring benefit to us, but also what we can bring benefit to the startups. So we always give that strategic value beyond the cash. What's the investment beyond the money?
And I suppose as investors who are part of a company that is manufacturing stuff day to day, they really bring that kind of operator experience to be able to help those early stage companies that may or may not have that.
Right. No, and that's my struggle, is that we make products that go into manufacturing, but then we have our own manufacturing that makes those products. And so when we look at our thesis, we think about our business teams and the future of what Hypertherm does, but then our own operations can benefit from some of the things that we invest in. So, and that really brings benefit to the startups, because if it's a customer introduction, that's one thing, but then it's also, maybe it's a pilot with one of our manufacturing teams. So yeah, I think it's really cool because we're touching both things, whether it's a product space or within our own operations. So maybe efficiency gains in operations.
And you're right, and your firm's at an interesting position, because I think there's some favorable tailwinds, so to say, for manufacturing and industrialization, particularly in the United States. Is sort of a resurgence and sort of revisioning of what that could look like. What's something that you've been excited about or learning about today?
I think one of the things that comes to my mind immediately is this idea of prepare your mind. So as an investor, just to take from the Venture Mindset book that just came out, but one of the things in the 9 areas of the Venture Mindset is just to prepare your mind. And I think when you come to an event like this, you're exposed to the startups, you're exposed to the other investors, but you're really getting yourself ready so that when you see something, you can kind of already get a sense for, is this something that really aligns to what we want to do? And so that when we see something that really has an opportunistic look to it, we can make a call on it. So being in with other investors, and then again, one of the debates today is around humanoids, like should we go down that path or not? And first getting into investing in robotics, the thought was, oh yeah, why wouldn't we just have robots that look like people and that do the same things in our manufacturing? Well, okay, but then when you really think about it, what is the problem you're trying to solve? And then there are ways to solve that. Does it need to look like a human? And I think one of the things that was talked about today was the dexterity element of our own human hands. Well, you can recreate that with automation probably, but does it have to look like this? And I don't know. And I think the jury's still out on that, but it'll be a good discussion this afternoon.
Yeah, I see something that it's like, one is anthropomorphizing a machine where like kind of project our human qualities and emotions and things onto that machine. And there's also the machine itself, should it almost like look like us as well. And the use cases maybe aren't, or suggesting maybe probably not, because the machines are picking and placing differently than how may do it better with the special kind of end effectors and stuff that may be very different than what we typically have as humans or in the animal world.
And I think too, we talked about that, like we're trying to just copy or mimic this.
Yeah.
This is pretty amazing. It's the more I've done investing, or the more I've done in this space of this manufacturing and technology, the more I just come back in awe, and I'm like, wow, we have a lot. I mean, that everything is a sensor right here in the skin. That's pretty cool, and we don't recreate that easily. So yeah.
Well, do you have an ask or an offer for our audience?
Just, if people are doing hard tech and they're in the advanced manufacturing space, you're an early stage startup and you're looking for that, hey, Hypertherm's based here in the United States. Most of our operations are here, headquartered in New Hampshire. If you're looking to find a partner in the spaces that we talked about and you're early stage, we'd love to hear from you. Just go to hyperthermventures.com and there's a form you can fill out there. Or you can just reach out, maybe through you, Jonathan, or just contact me directly on LinkedIn or whatever. But we'd love to hear from you, so that's probably my ask today.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much, Nathan.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy the conference.
Thanks for tuning in for this interview. For additional coverage of Robotics Invest 2024 and other key events, be sure to subscribe to The End Effector. See you next time.